Yo, this Trenches News, man, and I'm back at y'all with another one, man. Thank y'all for y'all love and support, man. Rocking out with me, man. I appreciate it, man. I ask that y'all keep on continue to rock with me, man. It's gonna get better and better with time. You know, I blew up quick, so it definitely gonna get better and better with time. But scratch all that, man. Before I get into this, make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, and comment, man. Man, today's story is, man, when you think you seen it and you thought you seen it with your own eyes, this is a perfect example of you don't know what you think you know. It was this incident where this man, this man who looked like somebody was robbing banks, who they thought was somebody. He was robbing banks all over the United States, right? So people got to calling in when the reward money came out and was like, man, we know who that bank robber is. We know who it looked like. So when they had said, when they had told the FBI went to Cleveland or Ohio or somewhere, they went and they knocked on the person's door. So when they knocked on that person's door, like, the mama answered the door and she like, I know why y'all here. She like, I know y'all here because my son robbed the bank. I seen him on TV. They had grabbed the son, took him to jail whole time now. Whole time. The son looked just like the photo. The son looked just like it. Like, you can't deny it. If we was going off a photo and we was going off people who saying that's him, he'll be guilty, bro. He'll be guilty for the rest of his life, bro. You ain't gonna believe this, bro. Whole time when he was locked up in a federal custody, right? A white girl called, was like, no, y'all got the wrong person. My boyfriend, the one who been robbing all these banks. And when they just showed her the picture and she broke it down to him, bro, it all makes sense. And I think this is what's happening in real life in the urban community. People are infiltrating. People are infiltrating the murders in these cities, these black cities, and doing shootings and stuff. And then it's reported that it's a black person. But once y'all see this video, it's going to change a lot of y'all mind about a lot of things that y'all think y'all know and a lot that y'all think y'all seen. This white dude had on a mask of a black man with a bald head. He threw on some shades, man, and he looked like a man that was in real life. And the whole time, this mask that this man got on. A couple $1,000 for a mask, a Hollywood mask that this bank robber dude got on, who white. But bless that man ain't get charged for nothing that he ain't do, man. His own mom even said that was him. But God works good, man, I guess, in these situations. But y'all check out the video, man. And I'm coming at y'all with P5 story tomorrow, man. This Sunday, man, we don't feel good, so we just chilling. Y'all rock out with this not a crash out story. This is a story that's teaching y'all a lesson, man. This is a life lesson story, man. Don't judge nobody until you really know. And don't say you know something until you really know, unless you really know. You either seen it or done it. But in this case, you could have seen this and you would have been lying. So this Trenches News, man. Y'all watch the video, man. I'm out.
Yeah, that's really true. And tonight, we actually show you a stunning local case that will make you scratch your head a little bit and wonder if what you just saw was indeed real.
And it also illuminates what prosecutors say is a real problem. Eyewitness accounts. They say they're so unreliable, they may just be the worst kind of evidence.
In 2010, he held up multiple tri-state banks, and the surveillance video hit probably every newscast in Cincinnati.
It's something you would see in a Hollywood movie. I don't think any of us has seen anybody do anything like this.
Talks about killing cops.
This is the bank robber.
We believe to be an African-American male.
Hamilton County Prosecutor Joe Dieter says people were convinced they knew this guy.
We had it on video.
They pointed at the same guy, the same house. They were sure it was this man.
We put out a Crime Stoppers tip, and we got about 5 or 6, 7 phone calls. I know that guy. He lives on this street. He lives in this particular house. And when the detectives went to that house, they knocked on the door. His mom answered it. She said, I know why you're here. I just saw on television my son robbing a bank.
This is that woman's son. Take a look. He looks incredibly like the guy in the surveillance video. Police took the son, whose identity we were not given, into custody. Then they got a call from another woman who said they had the wrong guy, that it was her boyfriend who robbed the bank, and this is her boyfriend, Conrad Zerdiak.
Actual perpetrator was white as could be. He had bought a theatrical mask from Beverly Hills, which cost a few $1,000s, and it's very lifelike, and he had it on, and it looks like the guy they called Crime Stoppers about.
I mean, his mom said
His mother said it.
he did it.
He did it. It looked just like her son.
Sunglasses covered Zerdiak's blue eyes. Gloves covered his hands.
That just tells you don't believe what you see all the time, because you could be dead wrong.
Joe Dieters will no longer take one person's word for it, ever since this man was wrongly imprisoned for rape based on one person's identification.
You can't rely solely on identification. It's a recipe for some type of disaster. And I think a disaster is an innocent person in prison.
He says eyewitness accounts are the worst kind of evidence.
I would consider identification as one piece of evidence. It should never be the only piece of evidence.
Well, Conrad Zerdiak will be in prison for that robbery and other robberies until 2035. And we want to show you something. The prosecutor let us borrow this. This is the mask used in that crime. It has been sitting at my desk now for about a week, freaking everyone out.
The whole newsroom's been
Yeah, I
talking
mean,
about it.
it's really, it's unbelievably lifelike. And the poor guy who just happened to look like it did nothing wrong. Right. Absolutely nothing wrong. But this thing, you can look him up. You can buy him out several $100s, thousands of dollars.
And there are several cases actually across the country where it is thought that people are using these types of masks,
Hollywood masks,
to get away with crimes. Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
really, really remarkable.
I'll attest to the creepy part. I'll
It
tell you
does.
that
Sure
much.
is.
Very
But
realistic.
It does also
yeah.
question, like, you got to question what you see. Did you really see that? This his mom thought.